Thursday morning, it was discovered that St. Andrew's Episcopal Church had been broken into and vandalized.
Thanks for joining us. The vandalism left extensive damage. KAMR Local 4's Jack Kessler spoke with the church today about how they're picking up those pieces and recovering from this senseless act. That story topping our news tonight at 10.
I'm trying not to cry today because I cried a lot yesterday, because this is a sacred space for us. This is our nave, and this is more than, just, a building. This is where we come and we worship our risen Lord.
St. Andrew's Episcopal Church Junior Warden Greg Waltz says sacramental items were damaged. That includes the altar, the baptismal font, and the processional cross, along with the tabernacle being open and consecrated hosts scattered on the floor. Water used for the font also was poured out onto the floor.
So those holes are actually in our altar, on the top of our altar table. That is where we take communion every Sunday morning. It's a very, very sacred place for us. And all of us, when we walked in and we've touched it, it's been very difficult to see that. Of course, the baptismal font and the extensive damage that occurred there. Those saints that were on each of the corners were hand carved. Took a long time for that, so that's going to be something that's going to be very, very difficult if we can replace it at all.
Sergeant Carla Burr with the Emerald Police Department says if the person or persons that vandalized the church are caught, they face serious charges.
If they're able to identify whoever did it, it'll be a felony level vandalism. Criminal mischief is actually the actual criminal charge for it, and also consider burglary of a building.
And as of right now, Waltz says they currently don't know how much it will cost to replace or repair the items lost in the vandalism, but he adds one thing they will not fix is the altar.
So the damage that's on the top of our altar will be, a symbol to us, as Father Jared said, like the wounds of Jesus. These are now our wounds.
Walsh adds it means so much to have the outpouring of love from the community.
It shows that we're all one in Christ. It shows that we are, while we all have different denominations and maybe worship a little differently on Sundays, we're all one in Christ. And if one body is hurting, we all come together to help each other.
In a statement released by St. Andrews, they stated that the perpetrators entered through a window not covered by security cameras, immediately disabled the security system, vandalized the building, and then left through the locked front door. Live in studio, Jack Kessler, KMR for News. Jackie.
Jack, thank you. Welch says they'll be worshiping on Sunday and says Bishop Scott Meyer will be coming in from Abilene to worship with the congregation and to consecrate the nave.